Good morning, happy Sunday. So it is 7:43. The only ones are up is me and my husband and the baby. They're over there on the couch and we're just enjoying the sun rising. So I got sleepy bags under my eyes, but it's okay. What I'm about to do right now is cook breakfast. Making some eggs, some sausage, some cheese grits, and some toast. That's what I'm making for breakfast. And my husband yesterday evening took out my chicken for lunch. I'm gonna roast some legs. I was gonna do barbecue legs, but I'm gonna actually do jerk legs. I'm gonna do yams because there was a request from one of my subscribers that wants my sweet potato casserole recipe, so I'll be making that for her to get today, and I'll also have it written in the description box for anyone else that may want to use it. I have the greens that I made weeks ago that I cooked and I froze, and I'm so glad I did it because that's something that saves me time. All I have to do is put it in a pot and warm it up. They're seasoned and cooked already, and then this is the frozen mac and cheese. Yes, and then I'll make homemade cornbread. I'm gonna grab me some coffee and get this breakfast made for my family. Guys, so now I'm about to start on Sunday lunch. I have some chicken legs that I'm going to roast with the jerk seasoning. So these are the ingredients that you will need for this seasoning mix. I always make it the same way every time I make it. I usually make wings and I've made legs also, and I think I did breast as well, so it's good on all pieces of chicken. So you'll need one of these Caribbean jerk wing seasoning packs. You can find them, I always find it at Walmart, and it's like 98 cents. So it's really close to our authentic jerk recipe, and it cuts it in half because you don't have to do like a long hours of marinating the jerk chicken, to me, in my opinion. This seasoning pack, I've got 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. We won't need exactly 2 tablespoons. We'll need about a tablespoon of this. My oven is just preheated. That's what that noise was. You're going to use some garlic powder, some paprika, some onion powder, some celery salt, and then some type of oil, grapeseed oil. I'm using olive oil, but you can use even vegetable oil, or if you want to use butter, you can use butter as well. I'm not on this recipe. I do not put any garlic powder or cornstarch because it has that obviously already in there. Let me see. I don't see it on here, but you won't need to put that in there. The chicken will be crispy. So all I'm going to do is add about a tablespoon or teaspoon of seasonings, and then a tablespoon of the brown sugar, because that kind of cuts the spice down a little bit, because it is kind of spicy, and my family is not that big on spice, but we love this jerk seasoning. So I'm going to throw everything. I've already washed and cleaned my chicken. I've got a big large roaster that I've already sprayed with cooking spray, because there will be no liquid on the chicken besides just the seasonings and the moisture from the chicken itself. You don't have to pat dry your chicken. It's completely fine. It'll roast evenly and it'll be delicious. It will take about an hour. I've got it on 375 to roast slowly while I get other things done, and then we will start on our sweet potato casserole. Okay, so that is how the chicken should look, and it smells so good. I've got Andrew and Michaela over here, and they're just like, oh, it smells so good, Mama, we can't wait to eat it. So I'm gonna put this in the oven and let it roast for an hour or until it is delicious and done. Okay, you guys, so I'm about to start on this homemade cornbread. I want to show you the recipe that I've always used. This is just my personal recipe. I've got 2 cups of the White Lily self-rising cornbread. I got 2 large eggs. I got a cup of brown sugar, a 1/4 a cup of vegetable oil, and then 1 3/4 cups of homemade buttermilk. That is it. That's all the ingredients that goes into my cornbread. So all I'm going to do is throw in my wet ingredients first and whisk those together. And this cornbread bakes for 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes. It just all depends on, I'm baking mine on 375. It usually bakes on 400, but because I am baking the chicken right now, I don't want to change the temperature. And it's fine. It can cook a little slower. And you don't have to use brown sugar. I always use brown sugar. And you can use honey, whatever sweetener that you want to use, or you can just use, of course, the granulated sugar. Or you don't have to use any sugar at all. It will not be really, really sweet. It will be really, really good. We like a little sweetness in our cornbread. With butter. Get all these removed out of the way. And that is it. Now I have a hot cast iron skillet that I'm going to take out of the oven that I melted some butter in. And it is hot. With butter. I'm just pouring that in there. And that's like brown butter because it kind of browned up. Alright. And that is it. So what I wanted to go ahead and start right now because it is getting close to lunchtime. My lunch is cooking, so I'm going to go ahead and start on dinner. So I've sprayed my crock pot. I have it set on high. I'm making barbecue chicken sliders for dinner. So I've got some boneless, skinless breast that I bought 2 weeks ago, and they were buy one get one free. And I'm not going to need all of these, because the chicken will shred up. So I'm going to use 4 of these chicken breasts. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and use all of them, because it was like 2 little pieces left. Okay, so that was a whole bag, and all I'm going to do is, they're frozen and it's completely fine if they're frozen. I'm just going to add some spices because it'll unthaw. You will not need any water for this. I've got some black pepper. I'm using some onion powder. I'm going to put a little seasoning salt to the chicken and some garlic powder. Okay. And then I have this big, humongous, family size bottle of, this is just one of the brands that I like to use, of barbecue sauce. This is the slow simmered sweet and honey. And so I'm just going to add this onto the chicken. I'm adding the whole bottle because it's a lot of chicken, and I want my chicken to be saucy for the sliders. And you can, of course, use whatever type meat. You can do pork chops. You can do beef. It would be great on whatever choice of meat you use. Yes, my love. And once this starts to simmer and cook down, after about 3.5 hours, it'll take about 6 hours. So I'm not worried about it right now. It's early. Yes, my love. Okay, he wants a snack. It's gonna cook on high for about 6 to 8 hours, or until it's completely done, because it is frozen, so it'll take a while. And I'll just shred the chicken up, and I'll add about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar and serve it up on some toasted Hawaiian rolls. I can't wait till you guys see that with some homemade fries. Guys, so I had to go ahead and show you. I just took up the cornbread. This cornbread looks so good, and look at that. I already slathered some butter on it, but look how moist that cornbread is. It is so delicious too. Usually,
Mama, can I have a marshmallow? Can I have a marshmallow?
You want to try some cornbread?
No, I want a marshmallow.
A marshmallow. In a minute. But
No.
look, so thick and fluffy, so delicious. Cannot wait to eat this cornbread. Okay guys, so now on to the sweet potato casserole. What I did was I have just some sweet potatoes that you can buy already in syrup or in water, and you can use fresh sweet potatoes. So I have 2 cans of those. These are the ingredients that you would need: 1 egg, teaspoon of cinnamon, a half a teaspoon of, not even a half a teaspoon, just a little drip of ginger, a cup of brown sugar, tablespoon of vanilla, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, and of course 1 stick of melted butter. And then whatever your topping is, I make 2 toppings. I make a crumble topping, and I also make a marshmallow topping. So today I'm using the marshmallow topping. So all I'm gonna do is throw everything in here and just mix it up in the mixer, put it in a casserole dish, and it'll bake for 30 minutes in the oven. And then we'll top the last 5 minutes, we'll top them with the marshmallows. Guys, so it is now time to eat. I got our greens that I had cooked a couple of weeks ago and froze. I just warmed those up. What you see is some smoked turkey in there, and I've got our jerk chicken. Look how delicious it looks. It smells so good. Got our homemade cornbread. Got our mac and cheese that I made a couple of weeks ago that I just took out and warmed up in the oven. And then our sweet potato casserole that we just made just a few minutes ago. This is our Sunday dinner. We are about to eat, and I will see you guys back at dinner time. Bye. So now it is dinner time. I have made the fries. They are ready to be dipped in that delicious ketchup. And the barbecue chicken is already shredded up, and it is in the crock pot right now. These are some Hawaiian rolls that I've cut and put some butter, garlic powder, and just a little bit of garlic salt. And I'm going to toast these off, and then I'm going to fill them with the chicken, and then toast the tops and put the garlic butter on top. Okay guys, so these are the barbecue chicken sliders. They are so good. I already had one. And these are our fries. Well, so much for watching breakfast, lunch, and dinner for my large family of 10 on Sunday. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye.